Hey guys, it's Mark from North 7 Outdoors. Welcome to the year-end recap. So we're officially done about 2 years of filming, or when we started putting our first upload in about 2 or 3 weeks in the middle of March. So it's time for us to reflect on what we've done, where we're going, and what we want to do next year. So let's start things off with everyone's favorite, reel giveaway, coming up. Okay guys, so I decided that maybe I buy a little too much tackle, a little too much fishing stuff. No, I didn't decide that at all actually, but sometimes I do, I think. I bought a reel last year and I haven't used it. So last Bass Pro Shop Spring Classic sale, I purchased a reel. It was this right here, which is Bass Pro Shop's Formula 5:0:1 gear ratio, size 30. Spinning reel with 30-pound monofilament. Was going to use it as a topwater reel. Never used it once, so someone's going to win this. And because I postponed this a week so I could do the Canadian Tire thing that I wanted to do for a while, we're giving away a second reel. This is not new. This has been beat up and abused. It's pretty old. It's a Team KVD Quantum bait casting reel, right retrieve. So if you're lefty, just give it a family member or something, loved one. It's a 7:0:1, so you can get away with doing pretty much everything you want on it. It's not very high end. It's been beat up, as you can see. It's scratched, dinged, still works. It's got maybe 15-pound fluorocarbon on it. Might have braid underneath. I'm not quite sure. I haven't used this thing in a very long time. Might even want to take this off and put something else on it. But yeah, giving that away too. If you want to win either of those, be a subscriber, and in the comments below, let me know what your personal favorite rod and reel combo that you own is and why. Mine's a Revo Rocket and 7-foot heavy Okuma Helios, because I love putting 65-pound braid on that and throwing frogs out there. I'm a numbers guy. I don't throw frogs all day because I'd rather catch 100 bass than 10, but I do love getting a big largie in the mats and pulling out a 4-pound largie with 12 pounds of weeds. That's awesome. So yeah, let's get into direction on the channel, what we've learned, and goals coming up. Learned fishing. From a fishing standpoint, what I've learned from catching over 2,000 bass this year is it's better to be around fish and fish dirty than it is to fish very clean and not be where fish are stacked. So 90% fish are in 10% of the area, absolutely. But I mean, understanding, hey, what time of year it is, and that covers in 4.5 feet of water, and it's 5 feet of water all around for hundreds of yards in every direction. Maybe the fish aren't there. Maybe they're in a 5-foot deep piece of cover, and then there's a drop off for 15 feet. So I'll give you an example. I fished a tournament I never ended up uploading. We got like 9 pounds or something, pretty bad. We finished like 18th out of 35, pretty much like exactly in the middle. Never missed a bite, you know. We had like 1 3-pounder and a couple 1.5-pound dinks. And that was all she wrote there. But I mean, we fished very clean. So we came back like 2 weeks later and we got like 19.5 pounds. We end up having a 1.67 and a 1.84 or something. And my buddy missed a 4+ on a frog, and I missed a 3+ on a frog that we both lost. So I mean, the potential there was to have like a 24-pound bag, which would have been the biggest bag maybe ever on that lake. The biggest bag I've ever heard on that lake was this year at like 19.7. So there you go. That's what I've learned, is fish really are centralized, or not centralized, but stacked and, you know, together. What I've learned about YouTube. This is an interesting one. So I've learned there's 2 things from YouTubing. There are 2 types of people that YouTube fishing videos. There are vloggers that fish and fishermen that vlog. And the difference is a vlogger understands how to make a cinematic masterpiece. They understand all the components to making a story, telling a story, describing their story, letting everyone see that image of them. And they're much better at doing that than they are at fishing. It comes much more natural to them. The way, you know, some people are just really good bowlers, and some people are like, yeah, you better turn those gutters upside down or we're going to be here all day. So I've learned this year that it's much easier for me to fish at a higher and higher level every year than it is for me to tell a story. Now, I'm not saying, hey, I'm just giving up here, but we're going to get there. You know, it's not going to be this year, it's not going to be next year, maybe in 3 years, you know, maybe at the 5-year anniversary of the channel, we'll be right where we need to be in terms of how to tell a story perfectly. But yeah, we're slowly getting there, but fishing is coming a lot better. And that's why I've learned there's 2 types of people that film. You know, none of them are better than the other. It just comes down to what people are better naturally at doing. Okay, direction of the channel. So we've got a few things. Let's talk about what I'm doing as far as telling the story this year and upgrades I've done to the video aspect, which is a new laptop, new editing program, which will let me do some more things I want to do, and a YOLO Tech, which is your power pole on the back of a boat, and you attach your GoPro to it and it lets you film there while getting a power supply for like 8 hours instead of switching out GoPro batteries on the hour every hour. So I'll have a third angle, or a second angle rather, a third person angle, anytime I'm on my Ranger. So I'll be able to tell a little bit more of the story, so excited for that. And that's all we're going to be doing for this year. And in November, October area, I'll get a better high quality camera for unboxings and, you know, for 2020's 4th year, I guess, into it, and then we'll get a drone the year after that, and then we'll be set. Exploring. I love exploring new lakes. It really reminds me of, like, I really do envision, like, me fishing new lakes as the way, like, Lewis and Clark navigated America. I mean, from coast to coast. Going to a lake I've never been to. I don't know how to get there. I've seen it on Google Satellite, and I'm like, I think that's a road. Let's do our best. Sometimes it's great, and sometimes it's a nightmare just getting in and out of these locations. But all in the name of exploring, I guess. And it is really cool. I'm in a very unique position in this world to be surrounded by lakes with a very small population. So yeah, other species, we'll go after muskie. We'll hopefully do some other fishing species before bass, but primarily we're going to be hitting bass really hard. So, exploring, yeah, definitely going to do some muskie fishing, and then we're going to do some tournaments. Yeah, fish some more tournaments. Usually, how it works for me is that I have a couple lakes, and whatever tournament happens to go to that lake, I ask if they have walk-ons, and I just fish that lake. Because I feel like my knowledge of the lake will overcome the handicap of not being as skilled as some of the other people. But this year, I may fish some lakes I've never fished before for tournaments, you know, just fun little tournaments. I don't care so much about money. You know, tournaments are very stressful. Not for the money aspect. They're stressful because it's about pride. I mean, tournaments, there shouldn't be blinded pride in fishing. There shouldn't just be like, you know, there's so much of, oh, I'm better than that guy at fishing, or I can beat you at fishing. I mean, that's stupid. I mean, it doesn't come up in other sports. It's not like it's basketball or golf or something. I'm like, are you a good basketball player? I'm like, no, I'm horrible. I'm like, are you a good fisherman? I'm like, oh, I'm the best in the world. It's like, I don't know why fishing industry is like that, but it is. It's just weird. The better fisherman you become, the more you understand how much you need to improve on, really. You don't really understand how bad of a fisherman you are until you start getting better. Yeah, so the pride aspect isn't about, like, you know, the blind pride where people just assume they're better than everyone else. It's like, I really want to see how well I'm doing against everyone. It's like, I'm not blinded to learning, adapting, everything else about the sport, but tournaments are not necessarily the only way, but they are the best way for someone to figure out how good of an angler you are. you have 20 to 40, 50 boats, all vying for the same fish at the same time, same conditions, and that's the way you truly tell how good of an angler you are. So, and for some people it's not important. For me it is. I spend so much time fishing that I need to. So yeah, so that's pretty much the direction of the channel, primarily bass. Oh yes, coming up in the direction of the channel in March, there are a bunch of swap meets. It's that time of year in Canada. People have lots of swap meets going on. You can get some great deals. So there'll probably be a few swap meet videos coming out where I buy tackle. I'm not going to buy tackle for the sake of buying tackle. If they're not good deals, I will not be spending my money there. But there are a couple swap meets that do have good vendors, so I do hope to buy some tackle there at good deals. Goals. So very few goals. Win a tournament, explore some new lakes, learn to tell a better story, and catch more bass than any other YouTuber in Ontario. Very simple goals. But yeah, the big goal here is, so about when I first started the channel, my goal was like a few hundred bass. I think I ended up getting like 800. Last year the goal was like 2,000. Ended up getting like 2,300. But I wouldn't call it sacrificing because I'd rather be fishing, but I had to, let's say, ignore all social responsibilities for the entire summer. Because think about it, you have the middle of June to about the middle of October, and then you're not fishing for numbers anymore, then you're fishing for trophies in most places. So really you get July, August, September, and then you get 2 halves a month, so you get 4 months. So catching 3,000 bass in 4 months is absolutely crazy. You need to spend a lot of time on the water, and you need to know what you're doing for numbers wise. So I checked out last year. I made 23 bass fishing videos. Let's try and make 50 this year. I figure there's probably 10, at least 10 bass per video were caught. So I mean, really I only put like 10% of the fish I caught last year on videos. So it'd be very interesting for me to try and put, actually capture a lot more footage. So 3,000 bass, yeah. Figure there's what, like 10 or 15 million people that live in Ontario. Let's say 1 million people have a fishing license. I bet you less than 1,000 people will catch 3,000 bass in 4 months. So yeah, that's a heck of a goal. Really is a monstrous goal. It's like 250 bass a week, and it's like, well, I'm working a full-time job here, so I mean, I've got 2,300 was pushing her. So there's only 2 ways I can get more than 2,300 this year. I can take holidays, or I've got to fish a lot more after work. So yeah, how do I come up with another 1,000 bass is basically what I've got to figure out. But yeah, that's an absolutely crazy goal. So I mean, some of this tackle is making a lot more sense now. I mean, that's 15 bass, alright? That's 30 bass. That's 1%. 1% of the fish I'll catch is going to eat up 2 bags of soft plastics. So I mean, 200 bags of soft plastics is something I could legitimately go through this year, which would be crazy. Maybe 100 bags, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to need a lot of tackle to catch a lot of fish. So yeah, that's pretty much it. 3,000 bass, that's what we're going for this year. Can I do it? I don't know. I have no idea, but we're going to try. I figure that'll probably be the most bass caught by one Ontario YouTuber this year. So if you think you can catch more than me, let me know. We'll settle it on the water at the end of the year. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys Tuesday. Take care. Bye.